Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. It's time to get some more contracts, build some more ships and get sciencing. What have you got for us today, Gene? Possibly something ambitious? I'm feeling ambitious. Oh dear. Return to Kerbin from orbit, because we failed to do that last time. In the aftermath of a poor new discovery, a group of clerks visiting Kerbin World First Record-Keeping Society realised that it was positively hard for us to tell if some myths about what really happens to things in orbit were really true. So as you've surely deduced already from all this, we now need your help. You left enough fuel in the tanks to return from orbit, right? We want the deposit on those parts back. No, I didn't. I didn't. And I really don't think that Jeb's parachute is going to get him back. So, we'll have to send someone else up there in an attempt to put them into orbit and get them back down again. That said, I reckon we could do it. Alright, let's give it a go. We'll take that on, because I reckon Val can do that. And if she can't, then we lose both pilots, which is a problem. But that's the kind of risks you take. Test the Thud liquid fuel engine in flight. No, can't be bothered. Crew report in flight, crew report in flight, crew report in flight. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin. Sure. We could do that. I mean, we haven't got that smaller parts limit anymore. And if we're going into space anyway, for an orbit, we'll definitely be in space around Kerbin. So, let's build something really ambitious with the parts we've got. We're going to want, first off, parachute, as always, because otherwise we're just going to die on the way back down. Val, you're probably in on this one, because I don't trust the others not to cock up the flight. What does action groups even do? Oh, brakes, SAS, RCS, lights, getting... I will learn about that in my spare time, and not now. Now, I'm going to go for something simple. You know, basic rocket science. I haven't got the energy to learn about all that now. So, science for now. Let's take a science junior into space with us. Symmetry mode to keep things balanced. We'll take some mystery goo into space with us as well. And we will put some extra parachutes on so we don't die as fast. Yeah. Okay, those are all going to be useful. We are going to want, where is it hiding? In aerodynamics, a heat shield. Yes. And a stack decoupler. Nice. And then we want to start sticking our other engines on. That flea might be enough to get us back down. Maybe. So, let's put a flea on. In fact, we could put a few fleas on. No, let's not do that. That's a terrible idea. Let's just use the one for now at the top of the ship. Underneath it, structurally, what else can we use? Stack decoupler. Let's put a hammer under there, because that worked last time. And what we could also do is, I don't know, some radial decouplers. In fact... Oh, sack it. Let's go for it. Let's go a bit crazy with this. Let's put some radial decouplers on. some more fleas with nose cones, hopefully. Now, what I'm going to do there is, rather than relying on rather than relying on stack decouplers under that to stick extra tanks on, I'm going to put some more hammers on the side of the hammer, like so. Like so. Line them up. There we go, that should help. And then, if we put a stack decoupler under that hammer, and we stick a thumper on that, then we put some radial decouplers on and stick some thumpers on them. Nope, that's not going to work. You need to shift those down a bit. Yep. Is that it? Nope, that hasn't stuck on properly. Come on, stick on properly, damn you. Nope. Come on, stick. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Maybe shift that round ever so slightly, so that it's all lined up and slightly more aerodynamic. Come on. There we. Yeah, miles off, but close enough. What I'm actually going to do, because I can't be bothered trying to line them up, is move it slightly down and put some more nose cones on. I mean, I realise that that's a terrible, terrible waste of weight usage, but it'll probably get us to space. Maybe even alive. Okay, rockets, detach, rocket, detach, rockets, and detach, rocket. No, we want the central hammer to fire first. Let's put stage 6 there. Those are all those detachers, so that one now has to go there and become our new stage 5. So now it should be central hammer, detach, fleas, detach, central flea, detach, parachutes. And with this awful contraption, Val might get to space. Or die. Or both. Hopefully come back alive from orbit, which would be amazing. If I've worked this out right, there should be enough boom to do the job and enough stability to get there in a straight line. Straight-ish line. Come on down, Val. There with a great big wide grin on your face. You ready for this? I hope you are, and if you're not, tough shit. We're already spinning. That's a bad sign. The engines are trying to tear themselves off the hull. But at least we're going fast. Back to normal speeds. And wait for them to burn out. Detach them. Fire the remaining engine. No. Keep it going in a straight line. Keep it going in a straight line. Val. Upwards. Oh, you're keeping it balanced-ish. Keeping it sort of balanced. Nice, Val. Nice. I'm impressed. Okay. This upwards malarkey is working. We are slowing down, though, because that thumper can't quite keep up with the weight of crap on top of it. That's fine, because any second now we're going to detach it and fire 4 rockets. Right, and those 4 hammers should keep us lined up properly. and going nice and quickly. Yep, we're moving. I get the feeling I haven't used my weight as efficiently as I could do. But at the same time, we seem to be using it efficiently enough. And that one hammer now, because we're a lot lighter, having removed all those engines, that one hammer should be enough to keep us accelerating, and is doing. Fantastic. So what we'll need to do is achieve a stable orbit, and then put the kibosh on said stable orbit. I hope that remaining flea will be enough to put said kibosh on the orbit. Okay, where's this taking us? Up towards that apoapsis. Lovely. Doodly-doo. Oh, that's nice. Nice, pleasant music we've got going there. And as we approach the peak of our flight, we're going to start putting ourselves into a more stable orbit. We're nowhere near as high up as Jeb got, but I would assume that's because of the sheer amount of extra weight that we're carrying. Right, stop spinning. And blast ourselves rapidly sideways about now. Oh, that's really pretty. Low gravity will make things float off in a really pretty way. Oh no! That's not quite enough to put us into an orbit. Just not quite enough oomph. Right, well we're definitely in the space around Kerbin now anyway, so... observe the mystery goo from space near Kerbin, I think. Yeah. Made observations, keep the data. Make observations in the materials bay. The microgravity has greatly affected the growth of crystalline structures. Loose objects are also flying around the bay in a very messy but fascinating way. Holy crap, that's worth a whole 25 science when we land this. Okay, transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin. So whilst we're not going to, you know, really get far with that, probably not going to put it into orbit, but we are going to be able to at least recover the data and get a whole lot of extra science out of it. Even if we are going to land a hell of a long way away from the space center. Okay, and as we come back into orbit, we've detached that remaining engine, so let's look back into staging. Good, we're coming back down and we're going very, very fast. So we need to point ourselves with the heat shield facing our direction of travel in order to try and use it as a brake. We can do that. Just gently make sure it's going the right way. Heat shield as a brake. Aim it towards our direction of travel. Stop us burning up quite so fast. Although it's not in the way of our mystery goo units, so I do get the feeling our mystery goo is in some danger. But at least the Science Junior is being protected. I hope that was just one of the engines we detached landing. Come on, use the air as a brake. Oh no. Well, the mystery goo is very, very close to exploding. Yep, the mystery goo's gone. Something else has gone, I don't know what that was. That was bad. science bay is still intact, though. We're not going to be able to recover the mystery goo on this flight, but the science bay is intact. That's the important bit, because the mystery goo is really cheap and frankly just... I'm pretty sure it's just silly putty we found in a bin. It's not supremely important. Slowing down nicely. We can do this. We can do it. Val, keep it pointed the right way. Or the wrong way, as it were, because the wrong way slows us down. The right way would be pointy and aerodynamic, which is the wrong thing to be right now. And slowed down below 260, and we can release parachutes. Yay! Warp down to ground level. And we can recover the data. We will need another attempt, though, to return a vehicle from orbit, because we failed miserably on that run. We tried, but we failed. I have some ideas, though. Terrible, terrible ideas, but I have them. I'm probably just going to use the same rocket again and just fire it. Like, put more rockets on the bottom. Because that's always gone so well for me. I'm sure it will this time. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? Come on, land. Ooh, what's that mountain in the distance? Part of me wants to go explore that. Obviously not in this rocket. You know, we've used it, but at some point, when we start using space planes and flying stuff around, recover the vessel, yay! We'll go and explore those mountains, which will be awesome. Okay, and back to base. Hopefully, have we achieved? Yes, and the material study has given us a shitload of science. Fantastic. And we got some money. Not a lot by our current standards, but sure, whatever. Let's see if you've got another mission we can achieve while we're doing that one, Gene. Haul the BAC Thumper solid fuel booster into a suborbital trajectory over Kerbal. I mean, we might accidentally do that as part of our orbit. Seems to be a fair offer. There's no reason not to take on this contract. That's pretty much what I was thinking, Gene. You read my mind. That's strange. I may have to have you investigated. In the meantime, let's see what contraption we can fire Val up in now. Cool, we've still got this here. So, whole rocket up in the assembly building. And, tell you what, if we fire all of these at the same time and detach them all at the same time, that could be useful-ish. I don't know, maybe. Zoom in a bit on our construction here. And put another layer of thumpers, because we've now turned all of those thumpers into one level. Because I reckon that's what we need to do, frankly. And then if we... I reckon we should put more thumpers on this one. For our initial stage, we literally could just put lots of them. Modular girder. Ooh. Maybe if we use the girder segment, we can make a very, very big rocket. But it's probably not wise. But it should be fun. Oh, come on. Come on, stick to the end. There you go. Right, let's put some nose cones on this. This is very unwise. But I have to try it. I just have to. That's 9 thumpers going off at once. It just has to be tried. Right. Everybody ready? Yes, I'm not. Launch. It's probably going to snap somewhere. Something is going to give way under that much power. I mean, I know it's heavy, but hauling with that much power is going to cause a problem. It's already wobbling. That's just from being tall, I imagine. Because what we've done is we've literally taken the last rocket that we used and stuck it on the top of 9 big rockets. Alright, let's give it a try. Ready, Val? Here we go. Oh, that's a satisfying noise. Spinning. Slowly spinning. I don't even want to try and control this. That girder segment may have given us the edge. Oh no. Okay, Val, let's put some controls into this. I don't want to try and control this because it's just going to give us even more problems trying to control it. We're spinning wildly out of control. Oh shit. And flame out. Oh, lords, we got rid of that enormous chunk of explosive. Okay, next 5 rockets. Can't slow down. No, that's not up, that's sideways. That is the wrong way. We wanted to go more up, not less up. Damn it. Well, we screwed that up. It was worth a try though, or was it really worth it? Okay, so with that being apparently a miserable failure, can that hammer we've got send us back upwards? No, not if I do it that way, it bloody can't. Shit. Okay, well, we are still below atmosphere escape altitude. So our current flight path is in fact just sending us through the atmosphere, so we're definitely not going to achieve a stable orbit this way. We're not even going to achieve the necessary altitude to perform those tests. But hey, nonny nonny. Oh no, I think we're actually going to... something's going to explode. We are doing over 2,000 meters per second in the atmosphere. Something is very close to burning up. We're definitely not going to haul the thumper into the right altitude with this. Wait, I shouldn't have activated the fleas. I shouldn't have activated the fleas. That's going to explode. It didn't explode. Okay, we're not going to get into a stable orbit whilst in the atmosphere, but at this point I just want to see how fast I can go before everything actually bursts. That fast, apparently. I'm not quite sure what exploded. The science bay, by the looks of it. And the mystery goo, and quite a lot of other stuff. And we're now going 3,500 meters per second. Oh, we didn't achieve orbit of... We did achieve orbit. It's just that said orbital path is actually going to take us, like, out of the sphere of influence of Kerbal itself. And into the wider solar system. Bugger. Right, Val, you're coming home. I might warp you, like time warp you a little bit, just out of curiosity to see where you're actually going. Round the sun. So that's getting reverted to 7 days ago. Wow, we warped a hell of a lot forwards there. Revert to vehicle assembly. Let's give that another go. evidently need to rethink some of our strategy. Just something rather basic in our strategy. I'm not entirely sure what it is that went so horrendously wrong, but evidently something went horrendously wrong. I think our second stage needs to be more explodey. I don't think it's nearly explodey enough. So, girder segment. Let's do... Sure, another layer of 8. Why not? That makes sense. 6. Let's haul 6 up, because otherwise the weight is going to start dragging us down. Badly. Not that it isn't already stupid. Okay, well, what we're actually going to have to do, because that's gone slightly wrong there, is attach them and then move them. Okay. They are now above those and not ramming into the hammers above. Cool. Yep, there we go. Now they're not attached to anything else by accident. And aerodynamics, let's put nose cones on them. This is a stupid construction. But it could fly. Poorly, but it could. Okay. So, 9 rockets detach, 7 rockets detach, 5 rockets detach? No, because that works fine as a 4, then detach, then 1, then detach, and so on. That works fine like that. What is your problem? Oh, it's too heavy now. Oh. Oh, I actually made it too heavy. Damn. Well, that is a problem. Let's do 6-sided symmetry there as well. There you go. Now we're under by a few tons. 7 rockets, 7 rockets, 4 rockets, 1 rocket. 4 rockets, 1 rocket. It's a terrible pattern, but it works. Ah, ha 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 ha. Yeah, ha ha ha. Of course. Why didn't I think of this before? We don't need the science bay now. We're not trying to test that. That'll cut some weight. Although we should now probably put the heat shield on the underside of... Did we have it? We had the heat shield on the underside of the command pod the whole time. So the heat shield wasn't actually what was slowing us down before. We were using the science bay as a brake. Ha! No wonder we lost the mystery gift. Okay, so that's all attached up nicely now. Wait, did I just take the heat shield off? God, I'm being stupid. No, I didn't. Good. Right, fine. There we go. Ah! Everything is stuck together and is going to fly just fine. And we're only 4 tons below our limit. We're going to have to upgrade our launch pad again soon. Okay. Let's see if we can put Val into orbit and then back out of orbit again. Using the last few engines. It appeared what we did was make Val escape orbit. What? Oh, the camera was just massively zoomed out. I thought we'd started in orbit or something awful. No, we're fine. And this doesn't look quite so shaky. That may be because I was zoomed out though. Is this even gonna fly? It's going to spin like the rest of them. And start by veering off course by the looks of it. Oh wow, the drag is making things pull off at strange angles. This is not good. But it'll have to do. I mean, this initial stage is literally just accelerating us a little bit. There's so much weight above it. We really need to design a rocket where the weight drops exponentially on each stage. Because it's not dropping enough as we are. Although, we're not so wildly off course this time. I'm not quite sure how we've managed it. We're not as wildly off course as we were. Which is great. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to be able to haul that thumper into the correct altitude, because if we try that, it looks like we're going to run out of speed with the amount of weight and the amount of drag that those thumpers are creating. So we'll just detach those 7 for now and fire hammers. We'll have to attempt that one next time, because the most important one is getting us into and then back out of orbit. Okay. Detach those. Check the orbit map. Nice, we're nearly up to where Jeb was going. Perfect. So, if we get ourselves fairly close to that, right, back to staging. At this rate, we're probably going to hit Jeb. Spin us round to make us aim the correct way. Oh. That's Jeb. He's less than a kilometre away, poor sod. At least I'm pretty sure that's Jeb. I don't think it's anything else. Oh no, that's debris. Is that Jeb? Oh no, those are probably my detached engines flying up here with me. Whoops. Ah yes, that would explain why there are 4 of them at roughly equal distances from me. Okay. Wait until we get... Wait until we get to an altitude where we're evening out our flight path anyway. Because we're doing just fine. Okay. It's about now, as our speed is dropping below 170-ish, where we want to start flying parallel to Kerbin's surface. And that will put our flight path also directly parallel to Kerbin's surface. And we should achieve a stable orbit. Detach that. How are we looking? Okay, not quite a stable orbit yet, so these 4 fleas should do that. Quite a lot of additional velocity here. Detach those. And there we don't have it. Huh. It's not quite a stable orbit, is it? So, if we spend half our fuel going that way, and then as we're running out of fuel, we fire back the other way. Now we are not in a stable orbit. No, oh shit, we're in a stable orbit. I was hoping to get us into an orbit and then slow us down and get us back out of it, so that Val could land again. What I have in fact done, slow down a vessel in orbit in order to return to the surface and achieve the goal. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to slow it down again, but I didn't quite bring enough fuel to do that. Not quite. Very, very close. Very, very close. Okay. Revert to vehicle assembly. For one last attempt at this. Because I think I know what I now need to do. Which is pull that whole section off. Stick another decoupler on. And stick another flea on. That way, I can use that flea to bring us back. Amazing. I don't quite want them all firing at the same time, though. That would be a disaster. Oh, no. Don't leave the vehicle assembly building. There we go. Attach that decoupler in that order. Decouple, fire, decouple, good. And I trust everything is in the same order as it was before. And Val, we're going to space. Again. We can do it this time. Okay. Yeah, apparently the initial putting this thing on the launch pad makes it wobble. So if we just sort of hold out for a second and take a moment to appreciate how far our launch pad has come since our initial piece of concrete. Because we've now actually got this grating here which stops us just burning everything around and gives us somewhere to not explode all the fuel. See the building from there. Okay, I'm bored now. Bye, Space Center. I hope that wasn't too quick. Oh look, I can see the shadow there. Everybody in the Space Center say hi. Hi. I'm mostly just trusting this to flying roughly upwards. It worked last time. Hopefully it'll work this time. I mean, it looks pretty sodding majestic. I like it. It's flying upwards, which is fantastic. Detach and fire. Going nice and fast. I mean, it gives it... My only thought is what that initial stage of rockets seems to do for us is pretty much get us to 5,000 meters and an extra 200 meters per second. Which occurs to me we could do it if we fired it off the top of a mountain. I mean, not the 200 meters per second part, but I'm sure we could solve that by having a lighter rocket rather than starting from the Space Center at effectively near sea level. Okay, what's our orbit map looking like? Still aiming nice and high. I'm glad I looked back to staging when I did. We are veering wildly off course. Okay, that's not so bad now. Okay. Now I'm probably going to go for a lower orbit this time. 286,000 meters seems just fine. Warp until we're a bit closer. Warp until there. Okay, that's fine. Staging. Which way are we travelling? That way. Fantastic. Oh, right, okay. And aim it parallel to Kerbal. And fire. Let's try and make ourselves stable on this orbit using this rather nice looking flight path. Still spinning, which is slightly problematic for control purposes, but it's easier to just sort of roll with the spin rather than actually try and correct the damn thing. Orbit map. Still, is that a stable orbit? It's not a stable orbit. Okay. Keep firing parallel to Kerbin. I might try and correct for the spin a little. Shit, shit, shit. Okay, orbit map. What are we looking like? Still not a stable orbit. And we've got... Okay, that's fine though, because we can just... We put an extra rocket on for a reason. Okay, and that has put us into orbit. Fantastic. Now what we need to do... You can do it, Val. Point the spaceship the exact opposite direction. And brake. I think that sudden flip in camera angle is the sign that we're not in an orbit anymore. We are out of an orbit path. Fantastic. So we put ourselves into orbit and we put ourselves back out of orbit. I hope. It was in orbit, so that's fine. And now we just have to make sure that whatever we do for this landing now counts. Oh, okay, let's point everything in the right direction. Hope that we can land it correctly and hope that this all counts for that contract of ours. Okay, Val, you can do it. Nice and light. Got the heat shield working. I realise we're going fast. I realise bits of us are exploding in the distance. But we can do this. We can land this. We'll be fine. You'll be fine. You can make it. I believe in Valentina Kerbal. I'm not so sure I believe in that heat shield. I do. It's fine. It's fine. The heat shield will survive. The heat shield has survived. Now we just need to make sure that we brake in time, and we will because we're going towards the ocean, so we don't have to worry about mountains getting in the way. Amazing. Dropping right down to speed. Oh, wonderful. We can almost deploy the parachutes, and we can deploy the parachute. And we're a mere kilometre from the surface. There we go, just in time. Slowed down to safe speeds at 300 metres from the surface. Fantastic. Well, Val. Looks like you've made it back alive. Recover your vessel and you. Doo. It took us a few attempts, but holy cow, look at the science. Amazing. World first milestones. We have returned to the surface from orbit, and we have completed the contract that we took up for doing that. Fantastic. That's got us now a fairly solid amount of funds, although I think we spent quite a lot on that last rocket as well. And plenty of science. So, next time we can do a bit more research. And hopefully maybe even construct something that can bring Jeb back, although that might be a long-term project. For now, Jeb's dead, baby. Jeb's dead, effectively. Alright, so, see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.